My name is Evan Redman, and yeah, I was wrong, but for a time, this felt so right. This basically represents a dream job for a guy who grew up in Washington, D.C., and rooted for his hometown NFL franchise for 37 years. I mean, here I am on the field making a pregame video while players are sneaking up on me. I'm on the sidelines. If you had asked me, what's your dream job? It's on the sidelines. That's my dream job. Huge bonus that it was the hometown team I had rooted for ever since I was a little kid. Access like this was granted because A, I was the co-owner of a website dedicated to all things Washington football, and B, I was willing to go on national television and defend the team on the use of their name. There was absolutely no indication here at the 2014 training camp that everything was about to stop. 3 months from this moment, something would happen which would basically make it impossible to continue to support my hometown team or support any Native American associated team for that matter. For a guy in my position, it was kind of a big deal. It meant my dream job, the one that I had always wanted my whole life, was over. My career was over. No more doing this kind of thing. The Washington Redskins football team has had the name Redskins since the 1930s. It was actually devised by players on the team at the time to honor their then Native American coach, Lone Star Dietz. It was not intended to offend then, and it's not intended to offend now.
We know that many fans don't intend any harm by this name, but you can't just simply say that simply because I intend not to do a harm, that a harm isn't occurring. That's the problem we have.
I think that there's a lot of different information out there, and I think it's time maybe that we actually did a huge poll on this and actually ask a huge number of Native Americans what they really think. The place to start asking is the Lakota Nation surrounding the Black Hills of South Dakota. After so many television appearances just like that one, or why so many doors opened for me at team headquarters, it was the simple words from a member of the Lakota tribe that changed my opinion overnight and forever. I can't help but note the irony that I was looking for a new angle to try and keep defending the name, something that hadn't really been said before. What I got instead was a long overdue dose of reality. I mean, this was going way past offensive. I mean, names, mascots, they're not merely offensive to so many people in the Native American community. They are gut-wrenchingly painful. And considering the history, that really should have been obvious, but it was just easier to look the other way. And everybody I told this to said, you have to tell this story. And so that's what this project is all about, and I intend to meet as many people as I can and account for my actions and ask, how does this name and how does this issue affect you today? So yes, we'll start in Lakota Nation, but there are 567 recognized tribes in this country alone, 326 reservations, and 70% of Native Americans live off the reservation system today. We hope to hear from as many voices as possible, so we can begin to gain an understanding as to why so many feel this name is the shame of the game.